I'm going to show you a few giant deadheads that I've been working on this year, and you guys are going to crap your pants because they're just super crazy big deer deadheads. So if you guys love big deer, be sure to keep watching because you guys are going to see some of the biggest deadheads / deer you'll ever see in your life. It's truly insane bucks, and I'm super happy that I get to Euro them up for some of my buddies. So let's get to work and I'll show you guys some of these deadheads. Alright, first up is this super big deadhead that one of my close buddies found, and I've already got him super cleaned up and he's in the whitening process, but I'll pick him up and kind of show you guys. Look at this deer. This thing is insanely big. This side alone is probably close to that 100-inch mark. Like, just stupid big. Insane mass, as you can tell. But one of the biggest deers I've ever worked on in my life, and it honestly just makes me happy doing this job because I'm a super mule deer fanatic and I just love muleys, so it's pretty cool. Look at his back view, just one of those mass monsters. Such a big deer. He's 8x8. He scores freaking 220s at least, 8 points on each side. Crazy big mass. Nothing for eye guards, but this is a true pop can based buck. Just huge. So like I said, he's getting Euroed up. Hopefully going to turn out pretty dang good. So far he's looking solid, but yeah, one last little look at him. So this next buck is a super cool buck. My buddy found a cool set off him and a single a few years back, but last year he found that big set off him and he scored just a crazy amount. But this year he grew, and the guy that I got it from found him dead and obviously got permission and everything to take it. Just insane. You guys are just going to see this. Just boom. That is what a 220 typical looks like if he matched on this 4-point side. Look at this mass. One of the biggest deer I've ever seen in my life, and I get to Euro it. Huge extra eye guard right there. Big old cheater on this little like 4-point side, the smaller 4-point side. But just look at how big. This buck's beams are 26, 27. Everything is huge. This G2 on this side is pushing 20. This 3-point frame side with the little cheater and that little back end is 94, I think. And then this big side's like 96 or something. 93 on this side, 96 on this side, I'm pretty sure. But just insane. He's 30 wide if you go from right here, but his inside is 26. So just a giant buck. Insane, guys. Like, when I say one of the biggest bucks I've ever seen in my life, it is. His skull just looks so small. Just insane, guys. So let's get him cleaned up. Gonna put him on the little pot, get him boiled up, and then yeah, go from there. That's what he looks like, all cleaned up. Skull turned out super good, as you can tell. Like I said, it's just kind of a yellow tint right now just because it ain't dried yet and it still needs to get the white on it. But look at this deer, guys. I'm just gonna hold him right here just for a second, just so you guys can kind of enjoy him with me because it's truly a special deer. Whoa. Mass just doesn't get this big anymore on deer and beams. Like, look at this. It's just unheard of. This is a dream buck right here. This is what I'm going to try to kill during the archery hunt with my bow. I don't know about that, but just look at it. I'm so impressed by this deer. I'm honestly really jealous that I didn't find this because it's just a 1 in a million find, but one of these days hopefully I can find something this big. Just look at that thing. It's pretty rad that a deer can live on public land for that long and just become something truly amazing and truly special. Like, I seriously don't even know what I'm holding. I've had it since yesterday and I still am just like shocked on how big this site is. Like, they truly do not get this big anymore, and it's just crazy. It's 2023 and he was found this year, so there's still big bucks out there for everyone saying the hunting's going to shit. Yep, you'd be lying to yourself. And one of these years I'm gonna kill one like this. I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna do my best to find something truly giant, kill that bad boy. Hopefully this year I'm gonna make it happen on something. I know that for a fact. So, but yeah, so far I have a for sure dedicated deer, and since I killed split ear last year, I can only kill one more buck in the next 2 years. So this year he's gonna have to be 180 plus, unless he's something super cool or something I know from past years. And then I have an OTC archery elk, so I at least have elk and deer. So there's gonna be a lot of cool content for you guys this year, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this little video of just an insanely big deer. Like, I just can't put it into words how big this thing is. So made it back from a little trip to Wyoming, and you guys will probably see it in the next few days. I ended up finding quite a few sheds, nothing crazy, but there's definitely a cool one that I'd love to share to you guys, so hopefully you guys give that a watch. So whenever this goes live, be sure to check that out. I get out with my buddy Trevor. He's an absolute slayer. He freaking kills giant deer, finds a lot of big sheds, and was super fortunate to get a hike in with him. But we made it back to my little shed, and today we are gonna whiten that giant buck that I left you guys hanging on a few days ago, but it's gonna be in the same video obviously. But I just want to show you guys kind of how I whiten it. I use 50 volume cream peroxide developer, and I'll just kind of show you a little bit of the process to turn this skull super white. But as you can tell, like I said earlier, it's gonna get pretty white, and boom, turns super white. Freaking giant buck, but figured I'd kind of show you guys exactly what I do to make my skulls as white as I possibly can. I charge $130 each euro for deer, and then $180 for elk, and then the price varies if it comes back obviously super rotted, because it takes a lot more time and a lot more just effort and nasty effort to get euroed up. So if it stinks or super rotted, I charge more. And then if it has a lot of hair on it, I charge a little more, about 20 bucks more. So it'd make it 200 for an elk euro, and then 150 for a deer euro. So still a lot cheaper than a lot of the businesses around here. And in my opinion, I just make them as good as I possibly can, and they turn out really good. So let's get this bad boy wind up. I'll kind of show you the process, and we'll go from there. I suggest you guys use gloves, but this time I'm not going to. Just kind of show you guys what I do every time. Just kind of don't get the horns anywhere on it, but I always lay them right there. And then I just kind of go like this. Just really get in every single little crevice. And like I said, do not get it on the horns or it will bleach them very white, and you do not want that. This is where a lot of people mess up the horns if you've gotten euros before. But a lot of people will try to boil the bleach on, and in my opinion it doesn't turn out as white. And I kind of get a toothbrush and kind of put it right under it, but not on the horn. And then we just scrub a dub. Alright, now that I've pretty much gotten every little spot on this thing, except for the hard parts, the inside of the nose, the back of the brain, and then all these little holes right in here. So this is what I do. Try to get in every single hole. Obviously put it over a little bucket thing just so you don't waste all the bleach. All this stuff can just be reused. But yeah, just kind of literally dump it everywhere. And then to get all over in the brains cavity, just kind of give it a little twirl, get it all over. And then just give it a little dump over. And just keep shaking it. And now do the same, but for this side, just so it gets everything. That is how you whiten the skull. And as you can tell, it's already bleaching really good. That is how you whiten the skull. I just put it right on this little piece of wood, and then all the excess stuff that drips off, I'm just gonna put it into the white thing, and then dump it back in the bottle itself. But yeah, I'll check in tomorrow. I'll spray it off, and then I'll kind of show you how all these turned out. So yeah, normally give it about a day, day and a half. But since I went on a shed trip, I just let it go for 3 days. It doesn't bug it, only makes it whiter if anything. So we'll check back in tomorrow for the finished results and see how this freaking 220-inch typical turned out. All right, well, I got the skull done. That's what it turned out to be. Super white, as you can tell. Turned out pretty dang good. That's my first 220 plus inch deadhead that I Euroed up. So now we're taking it back to the owner. And then I'm super jealous. I'm really hoping one day I can pick up something that big. But just figured I'd kind of show you a brief rundown on how to Euro your own skull. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on another video. But yeah, hopefully you took some information from this and go do your own skulls.